The year was 2005. I've got a lisp, by the way, because I've just been to the dentist and they've numbed my mouth. The year is 2005. I'm 14 years old and I've spent the last couple of years at Bucklersmead School desperately trying to ingratiate myself in with the cool kids. It's starting to work. I've been in a couple of fights. I was starting to find my humour. Up until now, I was just trying to be silly and I was actually just annoying people. But I've started to hone that. People were laughing. Cool kids wanted to hang out with me a little bit, or at least didn't mind that I was there. Now, at this point in history, there was a storied tradition of young boys from Yeovil going to Sherborne for the Pack Monday Fair. Boys from schools in Yeovil would gather together like spotty, scrawny Avengers and descend upon Pack Monday Fair in an attempt to antagonise and annoy the Sherborne boys, who were there for the exact same reason. Now, I didn't know about any of this. One day, one of the cool kids, one of the edgier kids at school, sidles up to me and says,
"Are you coming to Pack Monday Fair?"
I said, I would love to. Thank you so much for the invitation. I love the rides. I especially love all the stalls and stuff. You never know what you're going to find. You might grab yourself a bargain. Well, we're going there to fight the Sherborne lads. It's so stupid. And I said, oh, blimey. But at this point, I was in too deep. I was desperate for a reputation as a tough guy. I was getting into fights and I couldn't be seen. And I was doing okay because at the time I was just a large 14-year-old. I was a large 14-year-old boy. I didn't really enjoy it. I just thought it was a necessity to get through school. So I agreed to go to this Pack Monday Fair. And for the next couple of years, that's what happened. We would go there, nothing really, wouldn't be any real proper fights, but we'd go there just to wind up the lads from Sherborne, and they would do the same to us. We'd call each other names, and we'd push, and we'd pull, and we'd just piss each other off. It's so silly. In the build-up to that particular Pack Monday, we were really riling ourselves up. There wasn't group chats and stuff at the time, so we would just meet up in person and go, yeah. If they say this, then we're just going to do this. If that bloke jumps in, then we're all going to fight. That is the same stuff we said every year that never sort of materialised. And I remember we were riling ourselves up for a scrap, and one person came along and said, yeah, but you know, these Sherborne lads, they've got a new kid with them. And we said, oh, new kid? They said, yeah, his name's Dean. And Dean's a boxer. And I remember all of us looking at each other going, and we were just sort of mouthy. There wasn't any real fighters among us. We were just sort of there for the adrenaline rush. I'd managed to establish a little bit of influence at this point. So I managed to say, listen, lads, maybe we should give it a break this year. And I don't know whether that's carried on. If it has carried on, if young men are still going to Sherborne for Pack Monday Fair, then stop that. It's ridiculous. It's stupid. Don't do it anymore. And thanks to that dean, wherever he might be, for because after that, we were sort of relatively sensible on Pack Monday. We would just look at the stalls, which is what I wanted all along. So really, I was the winner. That's the story of my experiences with Pack Monday Fair. Thank you for watching. This is the Steve Calis Show, Yeovil's podcast, and I'll speak to you all soon. Ciao, 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 ciao.